Tom.
Welcome to a brand new week. It's Sunday. It's actually Monday morning on the following week. So this is gonna be one of those tell don't show kind of vlogs. What I can show is the child. Manatee. Hi, bud. He is consistently a boy. Good or not is kind of in the eye of the beholder. One reason that I don't know if that mic picked that up, but he whined very loudly. One reason that I don't vlog as much as I should is because my camera isn't always available. Usually, it's behind my computer and I use that as my stream camera. Well, I picked up the Elgato face cam, and I'm giving that a shot. One thing I noticed right off the bat, because it's not a DSLR, doesn't have a lot of the same settings as a DSLR, there's a drop in quality. I mean, you're just going to get it. You're just going to get that. There's no real way around that. So, I just want that. One thing I also picked up, however, is a special arm that can kind of give me an overhead view. So I'll use that camera with this, and if I do things some kind of unboxing stream, or if I open up trading card packs or anything like that, then I'll have a much easier setup with it. So, it'll all kind of work out in its own right in the end. On Saturday, I streamed. I'm gonna be sort of jumping all over the place here. On Saturday, I streamed. What was it called? I streamed Super Mario 64, a mod for it called Super Mario 64 Plus. Sorry, I was checking on the screen to make sure I couldn't make it go a little bit higher. The way I was playing it was a goddamn nightmare. It was a subathon, so basically people could subscribe and it would add time onto the overall time of the, stream. Timer had issues, so there was that. I was just trying to figure stuff out in the beginning there, but that eventually got rolling and I was able to compensate for the issues with that. But then Mario 64 Plus in and of itself, with the challenges that I had installed with it, a lot of stuff you could do with it. I personally took the challenge of one-hit KOs. I get hit once, I die. And permadeath. So when I die, my save file gets deleted. I must have died over 25 times at that night, ranging from a multitude of things like missed jumps or the toxic gas in Hazy Maze Cave, even ranging so far as that first Goomba in Bob-omb Battlefield. So yeah, that was something. That stream went on for around 12 and a half hours. And I kind of got into a rhythm toward the end where I was alternating between doing easier stars to try to get my high score better and doing harder stars just so I could have, the practice at them and possibly get them done that way I could just get the easy stars out of the way. How I would like to go about it normally, I think it's a healthy balance. It's entertaining to, human-like number go up. Human-like number go up. So if I'm doing the easy stars, then it's easier for a number to go up. However, if I never get around to the harder stars, then I don't get practice at them. So that just ends up being a whole thing where I try to, where I'll get the easy stars and then I'll be completely unprepared for the harder stars. Some things that I thought were going to give me issues that didn't were, I thought Cool Mountain was going to give me some issues. Basically, a lot of those basement levels I thought were going to give me a lot more issues. And Hazy Maze Cave did, because the way the mod works is that the one-hit KO, basically they took out the breath meter for Mario any of the underwater levels, because it'd be impossible to swim anywhere with that. You always take damage when you're swimming. However, it did not do that for the Hazy Maze Cave. So you jump in there, and then the slope is kind of angled weirdly. So if you're in a knockdown animation, then you progress through you get hit by the toxic air in the hazy maze faster, which causes you to die quicker. So you can enter incorrectly. It's high enough so that if you don't ground pound, you'll take damage on the fall and you'll die that way. So entering the hazy maze is probably one of the most deadly things in the game, and I died to that a lot. So I figured out that 100 coin, at least up to the point that I got into, because I didn't get the TikTok clock. I didn't get upstairs. I never got upstairs at all. I think the farthest I got did beat Bowser in the Fire Sea, but I moved on to try something else before I moved on, and I ended up dying. So, there was that. But yeah, Hazy Maze Cave 100 coin was the worst, because so many of the coins that are available are in the Hazy Maze, and you definitely need Metal Cap for it. But yeah, so long for my rants about that. He had a good week. He went to the park a lot. I did have to bring him to well, I had to bring him there, but I asked Aphex and Bailey if they would watch Manatee, for the sake that I needed to, give my full attention to that stream that was going to go on for at least 8 hours, because I set the start time at 8 hours, and then subs added more time onto that. They added like 4.5 hours onto it, which I'm really grateful for. Thank you so much for that. So I took him over there, and I guess he's grown really attached to me, because when I left him with Aphex and Bailey when he was a puppy, I guess like he was a little bit more like perky and like hanging out with them more and all that jazz. Apparently, when he's on the ground chewing on his bone and rolling over like an idiot, I called him out on it. Apparently now, because he's been, it's just me and him at the house right here, he's grown attached to me. So when I left him there this time, he was kind of like a little bit more morose, lying down a lot, whining. They let him out onto their balcony so he could like kind of like people watch and dog watch, but he just spent most of the time kind of like lying down and being a little sad lump. Man, what else? I've been driving, so because I had to take him there, I did take the Tesla out for a long trip, and that's the longest I've had to drive the Tesla, and I've gotten used to it. It really doesn't. Like the more I drive it, the more I realize that it doesn't function that much more different than a regular car. I've been trying to experiment with the cruise control. And I want to try the auto steering, and just for like the safety, just for clarity's sake, the auto steering isn't like the self driving. It's not going to be merging lanes. It's not going to be stopping at traffic lights. It's not going to be doing any of that. The auto steering is only really useful on roads with clearly defined lines. Like the dividing lines on the highway, or like the double yellow lines on the road, and like the shoulder lines and all that. Because what it does is it reads those lines. It's like, okay, this is where I have to stay. And obviously like you have to keep your hands on the wheel for that, because otherwise the car yells at you. There's only so much good the self-driving element can do that the human element, would have to pick up on. So, you still have to be alert when you're driving that. I'm never going to be one of those people, as long as I live, I think, even if the technology gets better, where I'm just going to fully let the car do everything. I can't do that. I have to have like some control over the car. Otherwise, I'm okay, unless it's like another person driving. But I feel like at this moment, the self-driving is more prone to error than a human is, because of the possibly like the limits of the range of the camera and like the sensors on it, and also the limits of the sensors and cameras, and also the fact that it's still a work in progress. It's still learning. So we'll have to see how that kind of happens in the future. But even if it gets really good, I'm never taking my hands off the wheel to just kind of like relax. Even if it gets to the point where it's like we could easily remove the steering wheel from any car now. Still not taking my hands off the wheel. I would still rather have the steering wheel. Yeah, but it's neat. One of my... Actually, you know what? I'll end off this stream. Ooh, I'll end off this vlog with a little Easter egg that one of my friends told me about in the a little Easter egg that one of my friends told me about on the Tesla. So let's go and give that a shot. So one feature that the Tesla has is voice commands. If you hold this down, there's a few features on here on the touchscreen that you can do. Open the front trunk, open the back trunk, lock, unlock, and open the charge port. So I'll hold this down and say, open butthole. And that opened up the charge port. So yeah, I hope you found that amusing. I could at least show off a little bit of something for this vlog, considering that I couldn't, show much because I didn't have really a lot of I hate having to like constantly put the camera on and take it off the stand I have it on behind the computer whenever I want to go from streaming to vlogging. So now I don't have to worry about that anymore. I've got the streaming camera and I've got the vlog camera, so it all worked out. Anyway, this has been a pretty good week. Very busy. Part of the reason why I haven't been vlogging. And I hope to see you all in the next one. Later!